is so much scamming being mentioned around you. You know, what's interesting? The people who are scammed out of money, out of whatever I scammed them out of, where they at? Where they post at? Where they stuff at? Why we ain't heard from them? Think about it. Then start shouting. Huh?
Alright, so boom, wagwan bro, welcome back to another installment of Edutainment. Now, as the great philosopher O'Shea Duke Jackson once said,
and as you know, the buffoonery remains at an all-time high.
One would think that if you don't like a channel, that you'd unsubscribe. But as for me, I gotta stay tapped in to the latest money-making methods, personal finance advice, and up-and-coming fake gurus. So, once I saw popular chef, well known as DARIUS Cooks Williams, on Earn Your Leisure, it was only fitting, given that they've had other alleged scammers and fake gurus on their platform, such as Jay Morrison with the Tulsa Real Estate Fund.
How do you go between, you know, who's telling the truth and who's not? How do y'all do your due diligence?
Yeah, I mean, we try to do as much research as we possibly can, but sometimes it's difficult. Really try to vet people. And but to be completely honest with you about it, you know, sometimes you don't know. Like, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes you get a good feel for somebody, and then something might come out later on. And then I think you just got to take the steps at that point to correct it. If it's an issue, you know what I'm saying? Take it down.
Okay, so I looked all over YouTube and the internet for this episode of Earn Your Leisure with Jay Morrison, and this is all I could find. The video has been removed. In fact, any video with Earn Your Leisure and Jay Morrison can only be found on channels and pages controlled by Jay Morrison.
You have the real estate crowdfund, right? So what is a real estate crowdfund? Like, what's the details of that?
Justin Owens from the Forex MLM pyramid scheme that is IM Academy, Reza Islam with his insurance fraud, Marcus Barney, aka Him 500, who was exposed for teaching bank fraud.
So we must be straight to a demographic of what you said. You got a lot of niggas that's gonna come out here and be like, I ain't got shit, fuck that credit. You go to Navy Federal right now and apply for an auto loan. You can pull a VIN number off of Car Gurus. They'll give you a loan if you say, okay, look, I'm gonna give you a play. You go in there and say, I need 100,000, right? What's your credit gotta be? 700 plus. Right? I give a blueprint on this show how to build your credit report out in detail. You go to Navy Federal, say, listen, I need to get 100,000. You get a Car Guru VIN number, and when you get the VIN number, you put it and mark it down 10,000. They cut you the check 24 hours.
A cargo, say that again?
Car Guru. You get a VIN number, right? They gonna cut you the check 24 hours. You got 90 days to give them the title. If you don't give them the title, it turns into a personal loan. So they just legally gave you the loan. It ain't nothing illegal. It turns to a personal loan. But ain't no way in hell you gonna go to the bank and get a personal loan.
That's how you gonna get to the next level. That's how you gonna I'm with him.
And Coach Stormy Wellington with her Total Life Changes MLM pyramid scheme. A video on her coming soon to a screen near you. And it's not like our favorite chef, DARIUS Cooks, was accused of scamming people years ago. The allegations of Mr. Cooks stealing money from people literally came to the forefront no longer than 2 months ago. So it's safe to say Earn Your Leisure does no thorough background check on their guests to ensure they're reputable. They should have at least waited like a year or so before collaborating with him, just so that, you know, the block wasn't as hot. You know what I'm saying? The block is kind of hot right now still around him. Now, in the past, Earn Your Leisure has denied podcast payola allegations in which people would pay them to be interviewed by them on their platform.
And they addressed the payola, saying that no one's ever paid them before. And then they talked about, you know, the Him 500 thing.
Heard of Spurgo, Wall Street Trapper, MG the Mortgage Guy, Alex Good Energy, and of course, Ian Dunlap, the master investor, some of your favorites, right? That's what Earn Your Leisure has done for the people. So, you know, it's some people, you know, people say things without having a full understanding of what they're actually saying. The problem with that is that it's not true. So, you know, some people think that you can pay to get on Earn Your Leisure. Ian, how much did you pay to get on Earn Your Leisure?
Not $1, and truth be told, they have to take some damn convincing to get on.
You cannot,
to be real.
You cannot pay to get on Earn Your Leisure. We have never, and I'm not even saying, like, I'm not knocking somebody that's doing that. Yeah. I'm just saying we have never accepted $1. You can't pay to get on Earn Your Leisure, and we've been offered a bag. You can't pay to get on Earn Your Leisure. So if anybody says that they pay to get on Earn Your Leisure,
Market Mondays, because I can't afford what Cuban would.
Market Mondays, we never paid for a guest. So let's just get that straight. This is facts. No, we don't.
I'm gonna be real. He stopped me from paying one of the biggest artists.
Yeah.
With a bunch of TV shows, who this is modeled after.
Yeah.
Just to be real, he was like, "Don't do that."
So let's do that. Let's do that. Nobody has ever paid to get on Earn Your Leisure. If you ever find somebody that says they paid to get on Earn Your Leisure, show proof. I'll give you every single thing in my brokerage account.
I was rooting for you. We were all rooting for you. How dare you? Learn something from this. When you go to bed at night, you lay there and you take responsibility for yourself, because nobody's going to take responsibility for you.
But if you're not going to do the necessary background check on these guests, you may as well make them pay, which I assume is already going on, right?
I didn't want to say I told you so, but I told you so.
And the comment section of the video in question that I saw a couple days ago already seemed to be hip to the ways of Mr. Darius Cooks, given the following statements. So, nobody looked at this man's BBB report, Better Business Bureau report? Let me just head out. OMG, really though? Like, he was recently aired out on Twitter, so it's not like it was forever ago. I guess everyone really does have a price, because he has definitely done so many black women in our community wrong. You can still pull up the court documents, SMH.
I thank God that I was blessed to be a thinking man. I thank my ancestors that I was blessed to be a thinking man, because I didn't even know that this was going on.
So disappointed, they decided to showcase someone that's actively harming our community. So many other talented chefs they could have interviewed, but I digress. So nobody did research on this man. He has been making money from scamming. Disappointed, they featured a person accused of unsavory business practices, especially against our own people. One more. Why they got a scammer on this show? It's pretty standard on EYL at this point.
My nigga, I'm glad you said this. I'm glad you have that position.
Let me get my composure. Let me get my composure. Alright, I'm good. And you know you made it big once your activities have made it to the local news. Just ask YouTube luxury car influencer and millionaire Omina Hellcat.
I wrote the check in December, so I don't really understand how one has to do with the other. And, you know, it is what it is.
Williams is referring to his $145,000 settlement with the state, which has accused him of operating an illegal credit repair business where he accepted money before providing services or misled customers about how he could actually help them. He still operates legally in other states in response to complaints saying some clients may have further damaged their own credit after he signed them on.
I don't want to go into like people's personal stuff because, you know, I'm bound to confidentiality, but that's typically what happens.
State records show both the credit repair business and one of the restaurants, Soul Crab ATL, lost its business licensing with the state last summer because of financial and compliance issues. Williams doesn't address the restaurant's record, but says the state judgment and restaurant closures are unrelated and denies financial problems.
All right, cool. It's $145,000 I got to write, and this is off my back. No big deal. Give me the check.
Well, I'm not sure if you're able to get this information, but Cooks talked about on his Instagram today that credit repair business was actually illegal here in Georgia. Does he explain how he was able to run that business with a lawyer but not know that it was illegal to do?
He didn't. He just said that he was unaware of that, and a part of that consent order says, hey, from now on, you have to say that I can't take Georgia clients, and so you see that posted on everything that he has now, but he's not explained how he did not know that was illegal.
So, there's a host of unsavory business practices and allegations of Mr. Darius Cooks Williams online. Where should we begin? Oh, that's right. Let's start by looking through the hashtag DariusCrooks on Twitter, shall we? This is a video by comedian with over 1 million followers across all platforms, KevOnStage, who made a video with Mr. Cooks almost 2 years ago, but is now disassociating himself given the allegations that have come to light.
What up, y'all? It's your boy KevOnStage. I want to address the Darius Cooks allegations. Like most of Twitter, I found out about Darius's allegations a couple weeks ago when the Kitchenista posted receipts and screenshots, and people started speaking out and things like that. She asked me if I was going to do a follow-up interview to a show I did called Aska, where we asked him, a millionaire, about how he became a millionaire. And I told her there would be no follow-up interview. The show was aired in early 2019, April 2019, and I immediately removed the video as to not amplify his voice or cause any further confusion.
As well as restaurant workplace malpractices.
Him looks like I was protecting him, so I want to say clearly, I do not support Darius Cooks. I believed the stuff he said, like most people. At the time of the Ask a Millionaire interview, I saw his Shopify screenshots. I saw his Dining with Darius stuff. I saw the amount of money that he was posting, and I believed him. I didn't do any due diligence when I did Ask a Millionaire. He said he was a millionaire. He had posted receipts. I believed it, and that is my fault for having a big platform. I understand more now than ever that with this big platform, I need to be more responsible with how I share it and who I share it with. And for claims like that, in situations that can come up later, I should have done more diligence and more research to make sure those claims were credible, and I did not do that, and I apologize.
And obviously, this is a stark contrast to Earn Your Leisure, who has decided to collaborate with him even after the newly found information. So, take that how you wish.
It's ridiculous. It's obvious what's being done out here. It's on a nightly basis. I hope the world can see now what's really going on out here, because it's getting ridiculous. It's really ridiculous. Yes, man, this is ridiculous, man. Ridiculous.
If you type in Darius Cooks review on YouTube, you get some interesting search results of people describing their experience with his food and recipes.
Especially because Darius Cooks blew up in the middle of the pandemic, and he has been doing these pound cakes. So many people have been reviewing, saying that they're so good. So I'm ready to taste. And we did add pineapples on top because it does not come like that. So just keep that in mind if y'all are ordering a cake, to make sure you have your toppings.
He needs some milk.
Okay, so I'm gonna have to talk to the family, because my opinion about this could be very different. Because I did spend $65 on this pound cake. So let me get their opinion to make sure that I'm not tripping and my feelings is not involved about spending the $65. So I'm gonna be right back. Okay, you guys, so I'm back. And the family and I have agreed that I am not tripping.
So at first I was like, maybe this is just a one-off video, but the comment section of her video don't seem to be that much better, to be honest. It says, "This is just my experience and opinions. Try at your own risk. You may get a good batch. The first cake I bought was awesome, okay? The kind of cake you dream about. It was downhill after that. Second was dry and was smushed. Third time, smushed and had a freezer burnt taste. Unfortunately, I will not be ordering again. I turned my family onto these cakes as well. Needless to say, they were disappointed. Not to mention, they were once overpriced. I think he has adjusted prices now. Good luck if you try." Someone else commented this under that comment. She says, "When did you buy both cakes? I learned the baker that came in and made the cakes better left the business in November 2020. Now this comment right here will foreshadow what you'll find out towards the end of the video."
The whole thing was a setup. This whole thing was a setup. This whole thing was a setup. This whole thing was a setup.
Someone else says, "Paris, I ordered a 7-cup cake and it was horrible. My kids would not eat the cake at all." Forever Fabulous Home Decor says, "My cake was absolutely horrible." Cherry says, "My cake came mold and they never responded to my email. Never again." So yeah.
I don't understand why I did not see this coming. I do not understand why I did not see this coming.
So, to keep things balanced, I did try and find positive reviews online, videos online about Darius' cooking and recipes, and I did find one. I found a couple actually. But oftentimes the dislike to like ratio was either disabled, or in the one that I'm showing you right here, there were no comments. So I found that kind of suspicious as well, so I'm not sure. Industry plant maybe. We also have other prominent celebrity chefs calling Darius out on his BS. There's Sonny Anderson, a prominent chef influencer in the culinary industry, who invited Darius onto her hit show Cooking for Real back in 2011, back when he was an unknown Chicago food blogger. And she says the following: "If you want to know the truth about why I'm outing a scammer, it's because I'm sorry I plugged him from Blogspot Obscurity to be on my show a decade ago, and he took that opportunity and used it to scam. Period. Not an IG post, no jealousy, just remorse for giving him any light." But arguably, the most prominent person to come forward with receipts is Angela, the Kitchenista Davis.
When you click the Darius Crooks hashtag, you'll find a number of articles accusing Darius Williams, aka Darius Cooks, of being a scammer. Yep, that's me, the Kitchenista. You're probably wondering how I got here.
To this day, we are still trying to figure out what is this girl's MO.
Let me say this girl we're
The
talking
Kitchenista.
about.
Well, I don't know who the girl is he's talking about because I'm 39 years old. My name is Angela Davis, also known as the Kitchenista. I'm a private chef and digital cookbook author, and I live in Detroit, Michigan. In 2012, I started a food blog called The Kitchenista Diaries. If you're familiar with my Twitter feed, it's usually about recipes, food, my daughter, a little bit of shade, and lately, a lot about this guy.
And I researched. And she's obsessed with me.
Well, obsessed is the strong word. I'd say I'm passionate about exposing fraudulent food bloggers. Here's my Instagram feed. In July, I had well over 3,000 posts. 10 of them were about the allegations surrounding Darius Williams,
who has multiple Twitter threads pretty much blasting and exposing everything Darius Cooks has ever done negatively in terms of scamming.
As you'll soon see, not much has changed since 2014. In my next post, I'll explain how our viral lasagna video was a catalyst for exposing one of the biggest scammers social media has ever seen.
Her detailed Twitter threads broke the floodgates as multiple people came forward describing their unsavory and unsatisfactory experience getting scammed by Mr. Darius Crooks. Get it? Crooks? Of which was Kiara Ross, a former server at one of his Atlanta restaurants.
So a young lady, her name is Kiara Ross, aka Jesus Dropped the Charges. Basically, she calls Mr. Darius Williams a con artist, and she says she was a servant at his seafood restaurant in Atlanta in 2019. And basically, he got arrested for putting hands on her, and he flipped out because she basically wanted to get paid, and she had worked for almost a month and never got paid. And she was also warned to make sure she writes down all her hours and numbers and be accurate because he shortchanged people. But she alleged that Darius Williams dragged her, baby. She basically said he dragged her. I was like, Lord have mercy. What is going on with this situation? I was like, Miss Kiara Ross, aka Jesus Dropped the Charges, is basically saying he put paws on her, baby. I was like, Lord have mercy. And she also says there were 2 patrons in the restaurant that actually assisted her, and they were 2 sisters, and they were not going to let the situation go down like that at all and sit there, eat his food while he assaults one of his employees, allegedly,
who shed light on workplace abuse and not getting compensated for hours worked.
There's a whole lot. And also Miss Kiara Ross, she posted a video and a post of Darius Williams getting arrested because he assaulted her, because he ended up calling the cops on her because she wanted her money, baby. And he ended up getting escorted off the premises by the police, and he was arrested allegedly and detained, but ain't no charges on him.
We also have his ex, Lee Baker, who had some stuff to get off of her chest as well, given that he was bringing in a cool $500K annually, with her only getting paid about $15 per hour. as compensation.
Judge, look at my face. I don't give a damn. When I die and cross over, I don't see man. I'm not going to see man. I'm going to see God. And I have to be presentable for him, not for man. Right? That place was a disaster zone. You understand me? And then he got the nerve to want to sell these little bunt cakes. My work. Right? 4 cakes we started off with. Then he added 4, so 8. Imagine you got 8 flavors of cakes to do. 8. And I had to teach though. There was 2 girls, them girls left. Then a guy came, I had to show him. He would come in the evening. And I would be there in the morning. When he come in, I'm still there. I don't leave till 7, sometimes 8 o'clock.
And if you're wondering if any of Darius Cooks Williams' businesses have been without scandal, well, let's ask the Kitchenista, shall we? Number 1, we have the Cupcake Gallery. He sold fraudulent business shares, failed health inspections, Groupon scam. Number 2, Uptown Pies, living social scam, stole food truck from friends, terrible reviews. Number 3, Lunch Machine, cut friends out, rebranded. Number 4, Fresh Go. Darius Cooks ran an illegal grocery delivery service, Groupon scam, allegedly swiped 250 credit cards fraudulently and left town. This is back in Chicago. Number 5, Local Holla, sold vouchers for fraudulent businesses. Number 6, OVO Sound, allegedly pretended to work for Drake's label and scammed new artists.
2 words. Entrepreneurship.
Number 7, his HR career, allegedly fired multiple times for setting up fake payroll companies. Number 8, cookbooks, plagiarism, fictional quotes, and stories about his grandmother. Orders not shipped. Better Business Bureau complaints. Number 9, Above 701, the credit repair service that we mentioned earlier. Illegal credit repair at the federal level, plus judgment in Georgia. Number 10, dining with diarrhea. It's supposed to be dining with Darius, but I guess that's a little bit of shade. Dining with diarrhea. Illegal, unlicensed dinners. Future COVID super spreader events. Better Business Bureau complaints for refunds not sent after canceled events. Number 11, Sinner Streets. Stole business partners' trademark and recipes. Number 12, comedy album. Darius Crooks copied routine from a friend.
Ooh wee, look what that money maker bitch do.
Number 13, all 3 restaurants failed health inspections. Accusations of assault, wage theft, credit card fraud, facing multiple tax liens, lawsuits, no valid business licenses. 14, Carolina Pound Cake, the one that we just saw, right? Unlicensed bakery, illegal shipping food out of state. That's probably why it was molded. Moldy, there we go. Moldy, damaged, unsent cakes.
Ooh wee, look what that money maker bitch do.
Number 15, merchandise. Banned from Amazon for scamming and multiple payment processors. False advertising, missing orders, marking up cheap cookware and appliances, 85%. Sheesh, what? Allegations of looking up customer private/personal information from purchases. That's hashtag Darius Cooks legacy so far. Oops, another one. 16, asking what happened to the Black Food Network. Darius Cooks infringed upon a black woman's trademark for that one too. Now. How many scams is too many? Let's say only 5 of them are true. Let's say only 5 or 3. Is that not too much?
We have the tapes. We have the information.
1 is too much, to be honest. For 16 different allegations? Come on now.
If it's a lie, then we fight on that lie. But we gotta fight.
Hey man, just a friendly reminder, okay? Influencers are not your friend. It's a parasocial relationship. You know them, they don't really know you. They don't really care about you like that, you know? Always pay for stuff with a credit card or PayPal. Do not Zelle or Cash App anybody that you don't know in person or can't talk to in person, right? PayPal, credit card. No Cash App, no e-transfer, no Zelle, none of that other stuff. Those types of apps don't have a refund policy or some type of like way for you to actually get your money back. Now, we could very well conclude the video here, but where would be the fun in that? Let's head over to the Better Business Bureau to see what's going on over there. Alright, a brief look and you'll see over 41 complaints. And that's just the people that actually took the time to voice their displeasure. You know those ones where you might buy something online, but because you're too lazy or you're too busy, you just end up keeping the product because, you know, and then you don't get a refund? Definitely more than 41 people have been scammed by Mr. Darius Cooks. This is back in June 15th. On March 29th, 2021, I placed an order with Darius Cooks, LLC, for 2 physical cookbooks. On April 6th, 2021, I received a notification that a shipping label had been created. A month went by, and I emailed the business to ask the whereabouts of my order, and I received no response. I called the post office and they said they hadn't received the items. On May 19th, April, May, June, 3 months later, right? I sent a follow-up email to which I received no response. On June 1st, 2021, 4 months later now, I sent another email, which again received no response. On June 8th, 2021, I sent a message to his business Facebook and didn't receive a response there either. I commented on a post about someone having the same issue I was having, and he blocked me on Facebook. I want my money and my cookbook.
You don't find that suspicious? You don't find that suspicious? You don't find that suspicious?
Yo! Dang, that smells cold, bro. I ordered 2 cookbooks from Darius Cooks, aka Darius Crooks, on March 24th, 2021. On March 29th, 2021, I received a tracking number from USPS. This tracking number shows as of June 15th that USPS is still waiting for the item to be shipped. I emailed Darius at his only method of contact, listed as website, 4 times with no response, and contacted him via Instagram with no response. I did not want the cookbooks. I would like a refund. And lastly, I have been requesting a refund for an event that was cancelled due to COVID, but he rescheduled the events and offered refund for those who couldn't commit to the new schedule. I opted for the refund, and he refuses to respond to my requests. I'm also learning through social media that he's done this to many other people. Desired outcome.
See, people lie, cheat, steal.
Disappoint.
Yeah, they're hypocrites. You know, they tell you what they think you want to hear. Now, I don't fall into that category.
This took me about 2 days to find out all this stuff. In your leisure, couldn't even like a little Google search, man. Even when you type his name on the first Google search, a decent amount of articles pop up. So obviously, more than likely, 99.9% sure he paid to get on there. I'm just saying. But as with anything, do not get lost in the sauce. Have a healthy bit of pessimism with anyone online you are watching. Expect the best, but plan for the worst. Okay? Expect the best, but plan for the worst. And ideally, back yourself up by using credit card or PayPal to ensure that there's a process for you to potentially get your refund. We have scammers in the travel industry, where you know Mary Jane Byron back in the day. I made a video on her. Cooking industry. I'm sure there's more in the gaming industry as well, but you know, just buyer beware. Buyer beware. But while you look here, yeah, watch my past video right here on Andrew Tate, an ex-pimp, webcam pimp turned millionaire who will teach you how to make money with Forex day trading online. Watch that video right here. Or watch my other video right here on why Bandman Kevo says to never pay your student loans. Or watch my other video right here on how you can rent an apartment despite having bad credit or an eviction on your record. But as always, if it doesn't feed you, don't water it. And too much of any good thing is good for nothing. How you lot doing today? Say it with me. I am doing more, saying less, and keeping that same energy. No cap. Flip the script. I'm out. Deuces.
It hit you like bad thing, looking like good girl. Told me you different, baby, no acting. Haven't you heard of karma? Haven't you heard at all? Bad thing, looking like centerfold. Told me you different, baby, no acting. Haven't you heard of karma?
No, 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 no jokes, I'm coming through for you. Been a while since I first knew you. You perfect, no need to change. Only thing that I wish is there was two.